Welcome to another Pike and Shot battle. In this match against Wheaton, I have Imperial Austrians against his German states. So I always get this mixed up, so maybe I'm wrong, but I think he was match host, so I think he starts here and I start here, so he's got the nice hill and all that. But I always mix these things up, so I can't be certain. What I can be certain of is that there is enough rough ground and forest either way that I can safely grab these hydux above average musket swordsmen. In a nice open map, I want light horse. And maybe dragoons as well, probably dragoons as well. He's going to have more horse, whereas most of my horse is shooty, so I will max out my horse, but I am overall going to be disadvantaged in cavalry. That's okay. I should be advantaged in infantry in that my pike and shot, at least many of the options I have are late pike and shot, which instead of being 2/3 musketeers are 4/5 musketeers. So a lot more firepower. Comes at a slightly higher price, but I'm okay with that. Unless it totally burns me out of points. Let's see, what can we do with 73? If we do that, how's that looking? 1, 2, 6, 13 units, 16 units of infantry. Kind of considering dropping the dragoons. Yeah, let's drop the dragoons. Then we can re-examine this. Grab those two, and then grab another unit of raw late pike and shot. So our army is not the biggest, neither is it the highest quality. We're occupying a middle space, and hopefully that's good enough. Okay, so we are not going to be, charging forward here, I don't think. Given the whole situation with the hill. Instead, we will anchor the line of this forest, spread out here, and then try to fight a battle in this open plain. If he comes after me, our hydux are in the woods. We have infantry. If we need to, we can turn some infantry around and add it. Cavalry here is ready to hide in broken ground and village and so on and so forth. These guns are probably going to be useless, but if he does go for a wide flank with cavalry, I want them shooting. Anyway, if I put them here, there'd be no field of fire because we're going to advance. So it's got a pretty loose plan, and then looking at my army now, I kind of wish I had not bothered with the 5 units of horse and just brought even more infantry. But too late for that. So, he is solidly on this hill, so I'm very glad I did not attempt the assault. Let's take a look around. Yeah, no thank you. Looks like a lovely invitation, but no thank you. So we will deploy approximately there. Or at least that's what we will attempt to do. Need to probably decide now how much infantry I want to hold back. Apparently I've decided not very much. Okay, and cavalry. What are these? Medium guns, range of 16. So almost to the back of the map. Yep, I see no reason to linger in artillery range. And our hydux, they're best off hiding within the forest. If pike and shot come in, they'll be moderately disordered. Unlocking our swordsman POA. Very nice. And I'll decide what to do with this wedge of horsemen in a turn or two. Next turn. Looks like we have approximately the same number of infantry units, which theoretically should play in my favor. This might have a little bit more firepower. There's the cavalry. Alright. Can you hit anything yet? Yep. Anything useful? I don't know, let's hit the veterans for now. And start forming a battle line, I guess, approximately there. Okay, now the question is, do we send more cavalry that way, or just hold some back here? Let's send the remaining horse that way as well. Then keep our subpar late Imperial horse back. They can act as a delaying force while we swing ever so slowly around. Next turn. Is he just going for this? Though we might have a slow slog this way. Well, we're not going to get past here, so I guess we just hover. And we'll have to keep, 6 units of infantry back as a delaying force. I think that could do okay. Now I should probably decide what I'm going to do with these, whether I want to join the push to the left, but I think maybe I do want to keep them around here as a delay. Let's inch forward a little bit, but no need to commit them. I think this unit can turn around, as can that unit. Good. Next turn. Not terribly surprising. Well, run, run, run. And we'll want to shift out of artillery range. Keep ever so slowly trundling into place. Might need to add a few units there. U3 perhaps. Good, so we'll be at least able to fight on level ground. Do I want these 5 holding back here as well? I think I'll keep 2 of them here and send the other 3 off to this left as well. A 3rd detached musketeer. Okay. So we're going to circle around and then maybe try to fight. If you keep circling like that, we can try to gain the hill, honestly, and anchor on the forest. Next turn. Okay. Not sure. Is he gonna line up what here? Not totally sure. The detached musketeers could be a problem. Is he lining up here with this ridge? That would be sort of annoying, but again, the bulk of my infantry is going to be here. Well, if they're turning around, we can shuffle these back over then. Okay. Then what? Guess that's fine so far. Next turn. Okay, and he's shifting back around. The question is, how far does he shift back around? Get this late Pike and shot forward. 37, or not. We're gonna have to be careful. We're gonna cut off if we don't get out of there. In the meantime, we can keep on maneuvering. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm still not sure if he's going to push out here, or if he's going to fall back here, what the deal is, but I don't feel like I'm in any kind of imminent danger, so I guess we'll just stick to it for now. Did I pop these out yet, or wait? I can wait a little bit longer. Well, it's not like it's a great surprise or anything. Okay. Next turn. I'd be more worried if he attacked here than if he just holds back in defense. He's probably trying to see if somebody was home. Get ready to push into the wood line and fire. Keep extending this line. Gain the crest of the hill, that's important. Bit of a gap here. Maybe I should fill it with a cavalry unit. That's a bit open. What we can do is make it so he has to run the gauntlet past infantry if he wants to get at my squishy late Imperial horse. Without running so far that he can then flank the infantry, of course. Okay, and we'll push our light horse over here. and continue to move all of our actual horse to the left. So this is pretty ridiculously slow and long movement, but it has meant that I've successfully avoided attacking this ridge line head on. So the question is, can we finish the battle in 14 turns? It is pretty questionable, I think. Next turn. Okay, let's keep moving up. Keep you in reserve. Good. Send our greetings. And do we pop out and shoot? Say hello yet? Or wait for a few more of them to get closer? We wait for them to get a little bit closer. Alright, this is a bit unfortunate. There's a lot of light foot. I'm going to have trouble fighting them. But I guess the horse will just have to be a screen, and that's that. Next turn. Alright. Continue our unbelievably depressingly slow movement over to this wing. Great. Then what? Hide behind that rough ground and advance. There's a gap here. I don't like that. You have to plug it, I suppose. Next turn we can pop out there. Okay. Horse, horse, and no veteran horse over here. That's good. It's fine, they're just gonna run away anyway. Okay, in the meantime, just peck at everyone, hide in the rough, and turn around because we're gonna have to fight. In a turn or two, the Hydux will move to the edge of the forest and open fire. Next turn. Well, you need to get the hell out of there. Turn about and fire. And again. It's a break. And fire again. And then do we push? Rather wait for them to get a little bit closer, personally, but alright. How many units of horse do we have here? 10? 4 units of infantry here. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Against 6 here. A few here. Hide in the wood. Then this is kind of a problem, but I don't really care if these units get torn up, really. So I think next turn I can push these pike and shot forward with the Hydux in support and see what we can do. Okay, then do we get started over here? Soon. Let's push you back over in case that becomes a problem. Alright, next turn we can begin general engagement. Next turn. Alright, the Heidex are going to have to come out, I think. Unfortunately. He has sensed the silent menace of the trees and realizes what's probably in store for him there. This constant falling back is really difficult for me to deal with too, because I'm so scattered. You need to run off and recover. Okay. Shove him off. Let's see here. I guess we need to, because he's falling back, keep trying to stretch our line. Do we advance on this? I guess by falling back, it means that I can, say, move here. Okay. Let's put some fire downrange. Why don't we say hello? Good. Should have fired with these 2 units first. Minor mistake. It's alright though. Shift over to help. And do we? I guess at this point it's not like it's any kind of surprise at all. We're disordered, which is bad for shooting, but we're also under cover, so it's kind of a wash, I think. Okay, I think that should be good. We'll keep trying to push into contact here. These 2 units of infantry are a problem that I'm going to attempt to ignore. Yeah. So we'll keep trying to shoot up this cavalry as long as he holds back, frees up our infantry, and just kind of keep it together here. We're going to have to endure a storm of lead to make it into contact with the cavalry. Next turn. 23. That's pretty impressive. good. Why don't we use that opportunity to block, fall back, push here. Shoot. Again. Frag them. That's fine, I'll lock them in. Good charge. Then get murdered, but might be worth it. Let's go with it. Yeah, super dead. Alright, well, prepare to cover that gap. Good. Disruption. Meantime, this wing is covering. Even melee, sure. Hold firm, get out of the way, and I have to just take a volley at some point here, unfortunately. Here, you can absorb the fire. Works for me. Fire again. This is a little over aggressive, but we're running out of time, so I don't really have the option to leisurely hold back forever. Really want to move these Hajduk's up, but let's see, 1, 2, 3 is where they would be able to move. Yeah, I don't think it would be very safe to do so yet. Could start covering the gap with Pike and shot. I think we might as well wait and see how this develops, because if this goes well, we could start getting more support over. Okay. Next turn. I was hoping to follow up into the flank of that Pike unit. It wasn't very likely, but, you know. Yeah, you're dead. Tank the impact, but they're not armored, so... Okay, general move into contact. We'll have to do the same then to make up for the pressure. Bad luck. Okay. Open ground. Threaten the flank. Do we bother? Yeah, we're disordered, but we just need to do that long enough. Good. Not much we can do here. Well, maybe there's a way around eventually. Here, we could either charge now and hope for the flank or shoot them. Let's hope for the flank. Good. Very nice. Increase the pressure. Perfect. Then I want casualties on that unit of veterans. And prepare to push into that built-up area. Okay. We're going to have to risk moving into the open. Might be able to charge us with cavalry, but the rough ground will at least make the advance slow and awkward. We'll also bring out our own cavalry in support, even though it's not very good. Now, send our greetings. They hold firm. That's kind of horrible, but you can just absorb bullets, that's fine. Could be worse. We're stretched a little bit thin here. Yeah, we don't have enough time to just sit around trying to figure this out. We just have to get a move on. Seeing as there's only 8 turns remaining. Next turn. Not so bad yet. Ooh, we'll need to pull them out. Damn it. It's getting a little bit ugly. question is, what does a cavalry do? That's what I'm really concerned about. Disrupted. Excellent. Well, first we definitely do that. Then what? Pile in? Yeah, pile in. Do we bother? It's pretty bad, but sitting around getting shot at is bad too, so let's just go. With 7 turns remaining, we really just have to get a move on. Most unpleasant. Keep withdrawing. Set up a flank there. How is that, by the way? It's not great, but if we fire and fire, fine, take the volley. Okay. Good. Keep this cavalry zoned in. Got a frag. Go for the break. Good. Then we'll set up, charge for next turn. And then, if I set up a flank here, he'll just counter with his zone of control, I think. So, into the rough ground we go. The bright side, we get to at least get into this rough ground. Downside, this still isn't going to go as speedily as I would like. Could fire from here, I suppose, and be out of range of the carbines. Huh. And they hold firm. Good. Withdraw. That's looking pretty grim. Well, hopefully we can keep up some momentum here before the center caves in too badly. Next turn. I was hoping to break that unit right away. Do we disrupt? I can't. That's a bit dangerous, so having them behind us like that. Try to break that unit, and you may well succeed. Not quite. Good. Veterans. Ooh. Okay. Good. Can we break them and then do we go that way? That would be best. Okay, we pile in. We do need to make sure that this unit of horse doesn't turn around and really do damage, so we'll just keep them a bit distracted with their lights. And how close is that unit to auto break? 240 men, huh? Bit rough, but we do that, and that this should be fairly close to auto break. You keep withdrawing. Fragged. Low on men. What's a better target? Oh, why not do both? Fire and disruption. Good. Then what? Fire. Push forward. Put some heat on that unit. Yeah, I like that. Good. All right. Fire and fire. Then let's push past. Get that frag. Good. Pile in. They're fragged. Let's finish it. Very interesting. That could be good or bad. It's hard to say. Okay, looking strong on this flank. What else do we got to deal with here? They're close to done for. This situation. We turn here, push to close range, fire, and fire. And again. We move here. Well, maybe I need help here more than anything. You are extremely dead. So at least move out of range of causing cohesion checks on these units. Keep shooting. You're very dead as well. Yeah, next turn they'll break, hopefully without spreading panic. And that is the overall situation with 6 turns remaining. Next turn. Oh, bad timing. That unit's done for too. It's not going to be a walkover. And again, time is limited, so we have a strong lead, but we just need to find the time to take advantage of it. That's going to be extra irritating. Any bad checks? Yes, but we're already disordered, so that doesn't really make a difference. Cut us off and held firm on the cohesion check. Finally broke that unit. Ugh. Good. So you set up a flank here. We'll try to counterflank if we survive. Hold firm. This is all horrible. Let's hold off on that. Okay. Why don't we fire and fire? Interesting choice. Then move up here. Fire and fire. Auto brakes. Makes them. Excellent. Okay. In that case, we can turn and fire. Do we bother with the charge? Not really necessary. And fire. Good. Then charge. This unit's done for, unless we can find some way to cover it. which if we move here, I think you might still be able to get through, unfortunately. Move there, and take a risk, start trying to move away if we can. Good. Then what? Might auto break if we kill enough of them. No cohesion checks though. Ouch. That's not gonna last. Disruption. Good. And turn. And fire. And fire. Disruption. Okay. And what? Hunt the artillery? Absolutely yes. Extremely dead. Also, yeah. Alright, so that leaves 2 units. Could go for the break and see what happens, or I could push over. Let's push over. And we could charge. Not necessary though, really. We could just move here. If he charges, we flank. True. Okay, so we are just rolling up the left, or his left. Center is looking a little rocky, but okay. Should have this. Getting the well played. Let's see if it wraps this turn or if we've got one more to play. Ooh. Most unfortunate. These 2 are going to go. Do we hold at disrupted? We do, and they're disordered, so it's pretty much an even fight there. Only up 23, so it's not a win yet. These 2 must break. And we got a big gap there now that we have to find a way to deal with. And I flanked here as well. Let's say double drop, which doesn't seem terribly likely. Okay, well, I mean, I could prevent that with the suicide charge, but I don't think that's really strictly necessary. Here, they're disordered and we're steady. If we're lucky, we can roll this. And what? Away. And go for a disruption there. Good. Hold it disrupted, it seems. They hold firm as well. There's a frag. Set up the flank. And let's charge. Did not drop them. Well, charge again. Here we go. With that, we can start shifting our Heidex forward. Okay, and I'm thinking that that should be GG. All right, we've reached the end. So, this didn't exactly go according to plan. I've been thinking that I would win by bringing more firepower to bear here and more cavalry than he could deal with on my left. But as it turned out, this rough terrain combined with the infantry support made it very difficult for me to break through. I had to take some bad matchups, charging from the rough into the open, facing off against Pike and shot with cavalry. This never really got anywhere, although I didn't lose either. Breach in my line here, but it's kind of contained, and I have enough firepower coming up now that it's not a huge deal. And in the end, I won by attacking where I was expecting to be defending by initially holding back, disrupting some cavalry, then being able to use this rough ground to put the Heidex in, because they'd be quite vulnerable in open terrain to cavalry due to the lack of pikes, but their swordsman melee skill makes them very effective in difficult terrain. So we ended up kind of doing the opposite of what we planned and attacking here instead of attacking here. Now, the main thing though is that I did not deploy down here and fight uphill into this. So it took a long time to march everyone around and reform, but definitely the right call. So, a good game to Eaton. As always. And till next time.